Hello, what's up and what's happening? Welcome to the last 2 weeks of the NFL season. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be taking on Washington to kick things off, and then we have a game versus Indianapolis. There are still things that have to be worked out. We haven't quite clinched anything just yet. Haven't clinched a division, haven't clinched a playoff berth, but technically speaking, even if there's a fire in Duval County and Jacksonville Stadium goes up in flames, we should be just fine for the playoffs, but the division's still up for grabs. Home field throughout is still up for grabs. Jenkins, Carter along the D-line, both 99 overall. Cooley at tight end. Sean Taylor, the great, 99 overall as well. Dan Morgan, 98. Then you got Thomas on the O-line blocking for Clinton Portis from the U. They got OC as well, but he's out for this one. Should be back for the postseason. Got Samuel Santana Moss. He's done. Maybe if they make it to the Super Bowl, there's a chance, but even that might be a stretch. Adelius Thomas. Lately, he was playing for the Chicago Bears. Now he's playing for Washington. The quarterback room got to step up by adding Chad Pennington. This team right here is an absolute juggernaut. And then, of course, Randall, Lloyd, and Colbert. Those are three solid receivers in their own right. If they get Santana back, this team is nasty. Rose is a beast at 81 overall at tight end. They got Douglas at tight end and Nystrom also at tight end. Then you got the defensive tackles. They're good there. Linebacking core, they're good there. Cornerback room, you got Rodgers. Then you got Fisher. Now, Fisher is their third corner, although he's second as far as this is concerned, but he's their third corner behind Nelson. He was on our squad when we lost to Washington in the Super Bowl. Their safety room is crazy. Sean Taylor, Adam Archuleta. I think our safety room is right behind them with Johnson and Prescott. Stroud is out basically for the rest of the season as Prescott, right on cue, gets the interception there. And we got this thing going back the other way. So first down and 10. Sims looking downfield, gonna throw one over the left side. Larry Fitzgerald makes that catch and takes it upfield to about the 50. So third down and 11. Sims looking downfield, and on third down, we chuck it deep, and that pass will fall incomplete. So Washington defense holds. Chad Pennington trying to bounce back from that pick. Throws it to Randall L. Breaks the tackle, and the Indiana Hoosier is like, who's your daddy? Gonna take that thing to the crib. Touchdown Washington, and they strike first. 7-0 Washington on top. So now we're gonna see what Chris Sims can do. Can he lead us on a touchdown drive to get this thing all tied up? Or will Mathis take it to the crib? Breaks the tackle there and then drop down just shy of the 30. Sims looking downfield for Chad Jackson. Added him in the offseason. He's been a solid third receiver for us all season long. Second down and 8. Throwing it to Matt Jones. Last couple of weeks, Matt Jones has been on a tear. We want to see that continue to the playoffs. That pass caught by Barry. Barry's going to take this one inside the 10. First and goal. Sims throws it, and Carlos Rogers like, give me that thing. Our first mistake leads to no points in the red zone. They're going to pitch it out to Portis. Big hit there by Hayward, one of the best sack artists in the league. Can show you he can stop the run and then give me that Yahoo Zay Hurt. We get that user interception. Got this thing on back the other way. Then we throw a dime to Barry. Touchdown Jacksonville. And we do tie this thing up. Randall L., he's a busy man from inside his own end zone. Going to get popped by Hakeem Waters. And that helmet goes flying. First down and 20 after a holding call. Pennington under pressure. Sacked. The ball comes out, and Sanders gonna scoop, score, and dive into that end zone. It was Evan Lee, and he's more of the run stopper. He gets the sack there. Ball comes out. Sanders was also on the blitz. Jumps over Chad Pennington and Lee and takes it to the house. So 14-7 is now the score. Jacksonville on top. Chad Pennington has it, throws it to Brandon Lloyd, the ex-49er. Hauls in that pass. Now Clinton Portis. A couple of good blocks, and he's loose. Stiff arm, and he's going to get brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. Second down and 13. Four-man rush by Jacksonville. That pass caught by Colbert. The ex-Panther hauls in that one. Pennington takes a hit. That pass gets bounced around and eventually falls incomplete, and the Skins got to settle for a field goal. So 14-10 is the score. Sims has it, throws it to Matt Jones. Matt Jones gonna run right through contact and pick up a first down. Going back to the air, gonna find Barry again. Barry Again, I think he's taking over that number 1 tight end spot from Mercedes Lewis, who is now healthy. As we throw it to him here, gets both feet in bounds, and Mercedes Lewis gives us a first down, and he's in a contract year. Sims fires it back to Barry. Barry to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and out of bounds shy of the 5. 3rd and goal, 2 minutes on the clock. We give it to Jackson, and Adalius Thomas is there for the stop. So we got to settle for 3. Kick is up, kick is good, and we're up by 7. Already on the other side of the 50, Chad Pennington throws this one up top, and Johnson is there. And again, his comparison to me is Sean Taylor. He's big, he's strong, he's fast and nasty out there. That pass broken up, and we get the stop as they cross into our territory. 50 seconds on the clock. We throw it up. Fitzgerald gets behind Nelson. Adam Archuleta, you're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Jags. And just like that, we're up by 2 possessions. Adalius Thomas got to the quarterback, but the ball was already gone, and Larry Fitzgerald was not going to be denied. And if we can get him and Matt Jones going, we're going to be A-okay. Because Steven Jackson might not be having the same type of year as Thomas is there for the pick, but he was the MVP last year, talking about Jackson, so we know what we have at running back. Sims fires that thing, caught by Buchanan. Buchanan up to the 30-yard line before he gets taken down. 1st and 10. Sims takes a shot deep. Jones has a step, and Matt Jones has a touchdown, and he gives the Jags a 21-point lead, but then we start the second half by throwing it back to Rodgers. So Rodgers, 2 interceptions, and the 6-year man out of Auburn is giving Washington a fighting chance. They give it to Cooley up the gut, and the fullback / tight end gets this one in the end zone. Sims rolls right, still rolling, and he's going to throw this one away, and now we got to punt this one away. So play fake was Washington takes over. That pass caught by Cooley out the backfield. Big hit by Johnson. Again, the comp is Sean Taylor for good reason. They go up the gut, and Thomas is there to stop Clinton Portis. So now we get the ball back, and on 2nd down and 1, we run it right through the teeth of the defense, and Jackson picks up a first down. Sims under pressure, throws it into a crowd on 3rd down, and that pass is nearly intercepted. So we're trading offensive stops, defensive stops, however you want to phrase it, as Rose makes a big-time catch there. Could that be the play that gets Washington offense going? Portis up the gut, and Portis, he's going to pick up a first down there. They go back, no, it's a play fake, and it's going to be caught by Colbert, got that back foot down in bounds. 12 seconds on the clock on 2nd down and 12. Portis breaks the tackle in the backfield. Little swing pass. He takes it upfield as Chad Pennington is now shaken up. So they're going to be looking at 3rd down and 1 to start the 3rd quarter, bringing David Carr, the ex-Houston Texan, the ex-Jacksonville Jaguar, and he gets sacked. They're going to run the ball on 4th and 2, and Portis is loose. And that's going to be a first down run inside the 10, and then Moorhead, who's in for Stroud, gets the TFL on Warwick. Carr throws it to the right side, caught by Colbert. Johnson is there for the stop, and we get the turnover on downs. 5:50 on the clock, a chance to milk this clock as Jackson rumbling through contact and picking up a first down. Sims looking for Fitzgerald. That pass hauled in. So we have not scored a single point here in the second half, but our offense can end it here with a couple of first downs. Jackson gets popped, but picks up 7. Single back look, we give it to him up the gut. Another big hit, but another first down. 3rd and inches, under 2 minutes to go, and Jackson gets stopped right at that orange line, so we do punt it away. Carr gonna get tattooed. The ball comes out. It was Hayward with another sack. 2nd down and 15. Carr steps up. Carr going down, and that's Moorhead with the stop. 4th and 20 now. Carr under pressure, throws it, and it's incomplete. And Jacksonville, I don't know if you can play the game 2 years later in a regular season and that makes up for what happens in the Super Bowl, but it does feel good to beat the team that beat us in the last Super Bowl that we appeared in. So can we make it back there? The way that our passing game has woken up these last couple of weeks, I think we can. Sims has improved. Using him feels different than it did just a few weeks ago. So he has definitely improved, and that's going to help our passing attack, obviously. So your winners and losers from Week 16, the Jets beat the Texans. The Browns, they beat the Bills in overtime. Rams over the Cardinals, you know what happened in Duval. Then the Giants over the Vikings by 1. The Eagles, they traveled to Dallas, beat the Cowboys 30-17. The Titans, they're going to be a playoff team as they beat the Chiefs 35-21. Then you got the Steelers falling to the Falcons. The Buccaneers beat down the 49ers. Colts, they beat the Broncos. Then you got the Lions over at the Bears 24-21. The Ravens and the Patriots, they tied in a 10-10 classic in overtime. The Packers, they will lose to the Saints. The Panthers, they get past the Seattle Seahawks, and the Chargers beat the Raiders on Sunday night. Bengals over the Dolphins on Monday night. Our next game is on Monday night versus the Colts. We have clinched a playoff berth. We have clinched the division. The Chargers clinched their division. The Patriots have clinched their division. The North is still up for grabs. It's going to be between the Steelers and the Ravens. The Colts and Titans are both going to be in the playoffs. The South has been represented in the postseason like crazy. It's kind of crazy how that's not really the case in real life with that division. Anyways, NFC, Panthers, Skins, Niners have all clinched. Lions, Eagles, Buccaneers, Giants, Vikings, and Falcons all have a chance at the postseason. Shields out, Clark out, Simons out, Johnson is out as well. So we play Monday night. The Chargers, they lost. There's nothing to play for technically, but the Colts aren't resting their starters, so we're not going to rest our starters. And we know that the injury bug has struck right at midnight of the regular season before. So we do not want to have that happen today, but we're going to play our guys. Sims dropping back on 2nd down and 6, throws it, and it's caught by Jackson, and that's going to result in a first down. 2nd down and 5, Sims going to take a shot deep. Jones, this man is back. There was no question that he was a top 5, top 3, maybe even on some people's board, the #1 receiver in the league. He's had a couple of down years. Mostly this year, we're trying to get Sims up to speed, but these last few weeks have been absolutely beautiful. Wayne makes the catch right there, and Wayne is shaking up. So you don't want to see that if you're a Colts fan, because the Colts are going to the postseason as well. Play fake. Peyton Manning has it all day. Now he's running out of time and has to throw this one away, and our defense gets to stop. Sims drops back. Throws it on the run to Chad Jackson, and that is a dime, Chris Sims. And now Bob Sanders, who we know has injury issues, is shaking up there. Play fake, and they don't bite, and they get the sack on Sims. Now it's a pretty big hit. Reggie Wayne going to be out for the rest of the game. Sims looking downfield. Throws this one to AC Jammer, and that's a dime. Chris Sims is Mr. Accuracy personified. Sims going to throw this one on 3rd and 5 to Jackson, who coughs it up. It looked close, but I did not challenge it, so the Colts, they will get the football. Peyton Manning pump faking. Peyton Manning, you ain't got time to pump fake. Hayward another, he's creeping up on 20. Manning looking downfield. That pass gonna be caught by Benson, and that is gonna be a first down. 1st and 10, we send a blitz to get a hit on Manning. Throws it to Williams, though. Gets out of one tackle, races up the left sideline, and forced out of bounds at the 30. Now Manning with time, throws it, caught by Ferguson. Ferguson gonna drag a defender inside the 10. So right now it's 3rd down and goal. We have him backed up to the 16, and Evan Lee with another sack. His sack game has taken a step forward, and you'll love it because, again, he's good versus the run, and now he's being good versus the pass with the sacks. That pass caught by Jones, and we're already in Indianapolis territory. Sims gonna roll left. He stops. He pops. Gonna find Jackson. Jackson, he gets bumped out of bounds at around the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. I formation. Give it to Steven Jackson. Another touchdown for the touchdown maker. 3:30 on the clock, We get a hit on Manning. He's fine, but their passing attack is all but fine as we take over with the 3 and out. Sims under pressure. Sims going down. So 2nd down and long. Sims throws it, caught by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, nice run after the catch. Beautiful stiff arm on Adrian Wilson, his ex-teammate in Arizona. That pass caught, and that's going to give us a first down, but the Colts challenged it, and clearly AC Jammer was out of bounds. So 1:38 on the clock. That pass picked off by Thomas. This defense is almost all drafted players, and they're all playing so very well. That pass gonna be incomplete. You're trying to find Barry, And now we got to settle for a field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and we're up by 14. So first down and 10 from the 40 with 47 seconds on the clock from around the 40-yard line. Manning under pressure. The ball comes out again. It's Lee with another sack and Moorhead with the scoop and score. There's a flag, and Henderson is the player hater of the year. He didn't want his D tackle to score. He's like, if the only D tackle that scores on my team is me. That is just dirty. Sims rolls left, buying time. All the receivers go to the right. Fitzgerald comes back to the left, gets tackled right at the goal line. First and goal with 12 seconds on the clock. Jackson finds the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So we find ourselves up by 21, and I think after these two games, and this game is still going on, and Johnson appears to be hurt. Hate to see that. But I think we're the best team in the NFL. But that doesn't mean nothing without that ring. A dive makes the catch, but brought down shy of the first down marker. But Adam Vinatieri still has a boot and sends that one right down Main Street. We're on the other side of the 50 already. Looking deep downfield for Jones. Picked off. Adrian Wilson, the ex-Cardinal, gets his hands on that one. And now Mac Jones is shaking up. They're going to run the ball. And there goes Henderson. Henderson's like, I told you, I'm the only deep tackle that scores, and he gets a safety there. So 2 points on the board for Jacksonville as we cross midfield with the run by Maurice Jones-Drew. We give it to Jones-Drew again. Nice running, nice blocking as we cross the 40. We get the ball to Jackson, going to turn the corner, and Jackson has a first down. Move those chains again. So we're starting to take out this clock here in the third quarter. There goes Jackson up the gut. Stop just shy of the 5. As we head to the fourth quarter of play. 26-6 from the 6 is Mr. Jackson, giving Jacksonville another touchdown. That pass going to be picked off. Johnson back in the ball game with the Yahoo. Zaher, that will lead to a field goal by Scobie that sneaks in the upright. So now here we go. Manning under some pressure but avoids the rush, throws it to Ferguson, and that was a dime from Peyton Manning. Manning looking over the middle. That pass caught. And that's going to be a first down inside the 20. 4th and 4. Manning throws it. That pass is caught, and that's going to be a first down. Joseph Adai up the gut, and that's going to result in a touchdown. So they're going to go for an onside kick. Lewis is there for the recovery. And now we have a chance to really milk this clock and get up out of Indianapolis with a W. MJD gonna get brought down, but as he crosses the orange line, second down, we give it to him here again. He's gonna power through Bob Sanders. Good to see that he's healthy, and it's nice to see Steven Jackson get recognized for the Snickers Player of the Game. 36-13 is the final, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Sims, a quarterback rating of 113, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but again, he's been lights out. And that pick, if you're gonna take shots deep, take your shots deep. It wasn't really a bad read. Jones had beat the corner. They might have been in that classic Tony Dungy Tampa 2 defense, and Wilson just made a better play on Jones and on the football than we did. But at the end of the day, we got the job done. I think our passing game is right where we need it to be as we're getting ready for this postseason play. Everybody's healthy. We had some guys get injured, but everybody's healthy. Stroud is the only guy out for the postseason. The Colts and the Chargers are going to take the field in Wild Card Weekend. The Buccaneers in Week 16 dismantle the Niners. We're going to see what Byron Leftwich can do versus the Bucs. The Steelers, they are going to host the Titans, but the Titans might be the better team at 11-5. Steelers 8-8. Then the Eagles and the Lions both at 10-6. It should be a fantastic postseason. We need another ring. We need another ring. Yes, we do. But that is going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope to see you guys for the postseason. We're going to check the stats, MVP, and then jump into the divisional round for our game. I don't know who it's going to be versus, but hey, we're going to find out together. That's going to do it, though. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of the day is the best today. Peace, love. Hot sauce.